Groves, Grant Boone, and Morgan Pressel with you watching Grace Kim. She was 5 back late yesterday, Morgan. This to get within 1.
Gave a pep.
And a bogey.
Yeah, Grace with some tree trouble on the previous hole. Tree trouble a little bit off the tee, and then on the second had to hit it left-handed. Lucky to get away with a bogey after those mistakes. Really good opportunity here on one of the easiest holes on the golf course, playing closer to a par 4 than a par 5 here today. Scoring average, that, as you can tell, runs through the fairway. Saturday afternoon, after play, hit a few drivers, really tried to get a good feel. She felt like her arms were a little bit behind, too far behind her body, so the idea was just to really let it go today. She looks like she's getting away with one again here, not with much tree trouble. Those are some of the biggest trees on the course there between the 5th and the 12th holes. Able to chase something up there towards the green, depending on the lie.
Karen, have you had a chance to see this?
I have. And there's quite a bit of grass around the ball, and you can see that she's probably going to be impeded maybe a little bit with a through swing. The ideal shot is just to try and punch something out of this lie and get it to chase up, as they were saying. Not concerned about it going in the bunker. Just came out a bit thick.
And that one goes begging. Big crowds out as always here in Portland, and Grace Kim, this for birdie.
It is. She got a bit unlucky with the lie for her 3rd shot. Really thick piece of grass around it. Couldn't really get it too close to the hole from there.
This was just one of the things I felt like yesterday. She's got to start finding the fairway. And, you know, it's going to cost her here.
Slump, but a whole bunch of 3s today. And so now it is Sung-Hyun Park alone in 2nd, and Grace Kim working really hard for a 5.
She is, and I think that putt there, racing past, was an indication of where she feels she is. I mean, she knows Aguirre is going to make a birdie here, so she's trying to keep up with her and giving that putt a good run at it. But putting a bit more pressure on this one. Has had a couple of 3 putts this week already. Not there though.
Even despite those couple of 3 putts, she is still leading the field in putting. That club has worked brilliantly this week.
No question. And when you have that kind of a round where the ball striking's been top notch, you can kind of come into this final round feeling pretty confident.
How about Grace Kim's confidence at the moment?
Well, she's obviously feeling pretty confident, but she's having to scramble her way round a little bit. This one's heading towards that left bunker. All right. Stayed up.
Yeah, not a great angle to the left hole location. Will depend on the lie and the stance.
Grace will need to come back like she did a month ago to win a major in Evian. Or on Friday.
Guy in the old dark camera guy. The furthest right
for a
camera
top
guy.
10.
Yeah. Just right there. That's where we're trying to finish it. Yeah.
Back at the 6th, and Grace Kim.
Well, she's only got a short one in her hand. 129 is the yardage, so this is a 9-iron. But there is quite a bit of rough around the ball. And so you do have to be aware of that front bunker. I would think that she's going to play this right of that.
It's going to chase through towards the back of the green. Going to be quick.
At the par 4 6th, the 3rd shot for Grace Kim.
Well, a lot of players would choose to putt this, but Grace very confident with her chipping, quite rightly so too.
Yeah, this surprises me, Karen. She's on severe downslope as well. But all in all, pretty good play. A bat from here to the clubhouse. Just stay in your bubble.
So here's Grace. This is for par. So she was 2 back when the day began. She got to within 1, but now down. after a 65 yesterday. On the tee at the 7th, Grace Kim.
I think I'm still shocked about that tee shot from Aki. I mean, there's a road over there. There's nothing good.
Nothing in bounds.
Left here, you can see those white stakes up the left side of this hole. And Grace in perfect position. That's going to run down towards that bottom right part of the fairway. Out. Granted, it was driver off the deck yesterday, but seen it already a couple times here today.
Now Grace is second.
That was from 183 hybrid to the center of the green.
Okay, so that's going to be for eagle for Grace. And you can see the ball of Aki Aiwai up this. Presented by Io Vera. Grace in trouble at the 4th. This is where her second came to rest. And Morgan, how about this 3rd?
Now, this is interesting. She actually didn't switch her grip or flip the club upside down, which typically you would do if you're trying to hit a left-handed shot there, but just trying to get it away from the tree. Then now just desperate to save bogey.
Easy.
And she would. 4th. That should fall. Big putt here for Grace at 7 for eagle.
It is everything moving to the right on this green.
Think about the par save, the comebacker at 5, and then the up and down at 6, and now the 2-putt birdie, and Grace goes back to 17 on sister Kalia caddying. Mom is here as well. And back we go to the 8th for Grace.
This hole playing 144 today. Dangerous hole location tucked on that right. Grace is drawing away from that hole with an 8-iron.
Safe conservative play.
Yesterday, 3 under on her front today. Grace Kim at the 8th. Aki will have a birdie putt. Just makes the cut on the number in 67-65. To the 9th and Grace.
One of those tough driving holes. You've got trees down the left and some thick rough bunker on the right. And this was hugging that left side.
It's the second hardest fairway to hit today. Didn't need to.
No. More perfect than practice. All right, here's Grace Kim.
And that was from 146. You had an 8-iron, but the lie was really sitting down, so I had to dig that one out a little bit.
It disappears into this. That's the ball of Grace Kim. She has a 3rd shot at the par 4 9th. Karen?
Well, it's another one of those sticky lies in this lush grass around the greens. It's quite awkward too, because there's a little upslope onto the green and then it'll flatten out and the ball should chase up to the hole. It was just such a fluffy lie.
Aiwai is, and back to the 9th, and a par putt for Grace Kim.
It is, and I think, you know, in something that a putt like this really is needed right now, just to keep her in touch, just to keep her going. I mean, she of all people knows that anything can happen coming down that stretch in those last few holes, and she's managed to finish incredibly strong these last. Certainly yesterday at Evian, just really finishing the deal. So she knows that just hanging around is what you need to do, but that's not going to help the cause, Morgan.
Yeah, this 9th is a tough hole, but you feel like you're giving one away there, being just greenside there in 2.
The Lotte Championship, where Grace Kim got her 1st career victory. Here's Grace at the 10th.
Well, it's 235 all the way to the hole. No, that's going to leave a difficult pitch up and over the bunker.
So she drops a shot, still a 65. 3rd for Grace at 10.
And that was a horrible lie.
She's getting a couple of unlucky lies here lately, Karen. That one.
She shot 66 to move into the top 10 coming into this final round. And now Grace for birdie, 10. So Grace has got this for her par.
Well, and this is very much how our round went yesterday too, wasn't it? It was very quiet for the front nine, and then all of a sudden on 14 she kind of came alive with a birdie and was off to the races.
She's got to start hitting some fairways. She was able to get away with missing out position off of this tee.
Good.
And now Grace.
And that'll be just fine also.
They'll chase down all the way down towards the bottom there of that fairway. And
That close to 10 under for a 9-hole stretch. Grace Kim at 11.
And that's a gap wedge on the way from 101.
Needed a good one.
yeah, this might be just the time to start a little bit earlier today than waiting for the 14. Water the last few holes.
And Grace could really use one to drop here, Karen.
Well, she could, especially seeing Ake go ahead and make that one too. So
Maybe gave her another pep talk, like she said she did yesterday. So she at least keeps pace.
I guess.
Place either.
You want me to go?
Just go.
Grace is going to go ahead and go at the 12th.
she is. Ake just taking advantage of a nice comfort station behind the tee, so Grace is like, okay, I'll go. I mean, I think they were taken a bit by surprise. I thought they were thinking that the group in front was going to hang around in the fairway a little bit longer than they did. This one's heading down the left side, could do with a kick to the right.
It's interesting, Karen. She's got the opposite miss from what she had yesterday, which was the tee shots to the right. Today she's missed quite a few left.
In the way, a little overcorrection, isn't it, sometimes with golf?
Week. Sometimes it's hard to work on your game, but she had that time.
Grace Kim's third at 12. And she's hung in without always her best stuff. Grace Kim got a fortunate bounce at 15, turned into a birdie yesterday. Now she's got a putt for birdie at the 12th. And Grace Kim isn't done yet.
And that was not an easy putt right there. You can see just how much that broke for a right-hander. That is one of the toughest putts in golf.
So Ake stretching and Grace getting ready here at the par 3.
And she has a 7-iron out for this shot. I mean, in an ideal world, you'll start this at the TV tower with just a little fall down towards the left and the hole.
Again.
Her body language has been very interesting this week. It hasn't been great. She hasn't, certainly just not a good look.
And now, even though she didn't love it, at least judging by her reaction, an opportunity for 3 in a row, Karen, for Grace Kim.
Well, it is. And she's putting uphill. I think it has a little movement to the left. Wow, that was confident.
3 perfect strokes in a row. Definitely feel like gave that putter a pep talk. Maybe a few holes earlier today.
So much of yesterday to that great form after a bit of a stumble this summer. Now Grace, 3 straight birdies.
Impressive stuff. This is a tough driving hole because the way the trees overhang, and this one is well out to the right, and this is going to be trouble.
It's going to be tough enough to continue that momentum going. It's a similar place to where she did make birdie from yesterday, but where the hole is located today, not going to be easy.
3-putt bogey at the 15th, really thwarting the momentum. Lynn Grant, he's going to drop a shot up ahead, and so now Grace.
I mean, that's quite a remarkable shot. I know it's just run through the fairway, but she had no room to use there, had to keep it so low under those trees.
I was going to say to get up and down, but we've seen even better from Grace of late.
We have. She has a knack of holding out when she has to. This one's not easy, though. I mean, she's found herself in a juicy patch of grass. So judging the contact on this is going to be difficult. And just knowing how much it's going to release up that hill towards the hole is what she's going to be struggling with here.
She'll have that for par and may not have lost her turn. Akie is going to have a birdie putt.
And this putt is not an easy one. This hole is in a really awkward spot on this green, almost at the top of a little high point. So it's going to be uphill at the start of this putt.
Oh, we just showed
She's
that
quite confident.
highlight package, Karen. She needs to go to the well here to keep that rolling.
Yes, she does. Boy, does she look good with this club.
I mentioned what she said. I just felt like I wasn't having the right rhythm and tempo to my stroke through the round yesterday. It was on this hole where she really felt like far enough down there to have a better angle to that flagstick.
And now Grace, who has hit less than half her fairways today, but birdied this 15th each of the first 3 days. She could use another here.
Yeah, she's not scared of going a little bit more left off this tee shot than a lot of players, just to make sure that she has a clear shot in.
Any qualms?
And now Grace.
Using an 8-iron. Much nicer angle from this left side of the fairway. But this one drawing away from the hole.
Turns her head away again. But we'll have a putt for birdie. Be a little outside Akie. Bullied her way into contention with a terrific weekend. 6 under par, 66 yesterday, 8 under today. And now Grace Kim for birdie at 15.
Well, if I had to choose which side of this hole to putt from, Grace's or Akie's, I would choose Grace's. It's uphill, it's slightly longer of a putt, but I think it's more simple to read.
Had a ton of pace on it. She gave, I think she's fortunate that hit the hole there. That would have been 5-6 feet by. Very aggressive putt here. I know that she's chasing and feels like she's got to get something going, but you don't want to be sloppy and give shots away. I mean, that had a tremendous amount of pace.
Mr. Chisato, who beat her and Miyu Yamashita in a playoff. Grace with a little bit of work left to stay 3 back with 3 to go.
Don't see a huge amount in this for Grace. I think you still have to focus on the job. I know you're going to be disappointed that the putt lipped out, but
Karen, that was an odd stroke. Just looked like a wishy stroke there.
The danger on this hole, though, Morgan, I mean, we've been here enough to know that you can't pitch it that deep into this green without it wanting to go all over the back, because it just slopes away, as you were saying.
It's been one of the hardest greens to hit, the hardest today. Less than half the field hitting the green in regulation. Let's see if Grace can dial in the release.
It's also a 6-iron, but this one going a little left.
Yeah. And now Grace. This is about as close to a must-make as you can get.
It is. It's not easy. Across the green, and it should move to the left because the whole green slopes towards the back at this point.
I'm not going to counter out.
No, I mean, we've seen quite remarkable things from Grace over the past few months.
What she's really doing is just proving to herself that even without her best game, she's capable of being right there. I mean, we've seen it. She has been struggling this weekend, especially. Those are kind of your two last real daunting shots.
All right, this is last hour of Top Tracer technology presented by Progressive Insurance. Looks good there. He caught some heavy metal. Back at the 17th, Grace Kim second.
And that's a 9-iron.
Might have had to hold it again.
Maybe it was just too easy of a shot there from the center of the fairway without the hanging lie out of the rough.
One of the great shots you'll ever see for Eagle. Got a pacey Women's Open. Grace third at 17.
And this is a really delicate little chip. It's worked quite hard to hit this one soft enough.
Easy to leave it short. Almost kicked off the collar there. Bit of an unlucky bounce. I think she hit a better shot than that.
For 64. 64 from Chisato today. How about the EY twins all year long? And now Grace Kim, one last tee shot. Didn't quite do that enough.
She managed to find a little something from time to time, including some absolutely phenomenal golf shots when she had to. This club, the putter, I thought was a big asset to her.
Karen, she has led the field pretty much all week in putting.
And how about a renovated clubhouse in the 100th anniversary here at Columbia Edgewater, hosting this event for the 37th time. Great view up there on the balcony for one last birdie chance for Grace. No late round fireworks for Grace on this day. But when you don't have your best up and you finish fifth, maybe a good sign.
Yeah, she, you know, just coming down off that high of winning the Evian Championship. Nice to see her.